Hey guys, Amy Wood now with this latest information on a fire that has broken out at the Haywood Mall. Our Heather Hewson, who used to work with Channel 7, she
Yeah.
is there at the scene. That's a live picture she's providing. Heather, tell us a little bit about where this is at the mall and what you're seeing. Describe what you're seeing because we don't have a lot of official word on this yet.
Yeah. So it's the old Sears building. It's vacant. So it's at the end of the mall. We saw smoke coming out of something, and we went over, and the bush was on fire.
Oh,
And then it jumped from the bush to the building, and the time it took us to call 911. And like within seconds, we've got probably like 10 fire trucks out here. Definitely one says Wade Hampton. And they're now up on the building. I don't know if you can see them.
can you zoom
Um,
in at all?
yeah, let me see if I can. And we're wondering if they're going to evacuate the mall. They haven't done so yet.
Yeah, does it seem
Um,
isolated just to that building so far?
yes, yeah,
Good.
definitely isolated this building, but there's ash and smoke everywhere.
Okay. And are they
There's,
doing anything to, can you tell, are they keeping people away or
um,
redirecting people to stay away?
I think I'm the only one over here now that I'm looking.
Okay. Okay.
No, they they do seem they are creating a barrier over
Okay.
here, which is happening kind of right here in the parking lot. But and no one's it's kind of an area no one comes to,
Right.
because Sears is gone or whatever. Yeah, but it jumped so fast, Amy. I mean, it was so tiny, flames in the bush, and jumped in the seconds it took us to call 911. And there's a
Wow.
dumpster over here too. So I
Okay.
don't know if it started in.
Oh, we're
So,
losing.
um,
Oh, we've got a little breakup, a little digital breakup.
okay.
Um, can you, are you able to zoom in at all or no?
I think that's the most I can do. Let me see if I can
Okay.
get it.
Or
Yeah.
can you get any closer or no? Will they let
Yeah.
you?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
walk on up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
No
so
one's
it's
stopping me.
over on this one side of the building then. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's only right here. And now that I can hear almost like, yeah, you can see the guy
Yeah.
climbing. I don't know if you can see it climbing the ladder.
Yep.
But yeah, there's ash everywhere.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's
Okay, so this
crazy.
gives us a sense of the parking lot, the response. There's quite a few units there.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, it's pretty massive.
All right, so
Uh,
let's just recap and bring people in. If you're just joining us, this is if you're on YouTube or Facebook Live with me, this is a look at the Haywood Mall in Greenville, South Carolina, where there was a fire. Apparently, my friend who's there on the scene, Heather Hewson, she saw some fire in the bushes that jumped and headed to this old Sears building. And now she's showing you live. She's in the parking lot exactly what's happening with the fire response. There's quite a few units there. We're seeing, Heather, as you said, people climbing up ladders to get on the rooftop to try to, I guess, get this under control.
Yeah, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the building has been blackened by the fire. Like oh, there's more units coming. I
Okay,
think they're going to start moving me probably. Um,
probably
yeah, and we're wondering if they're going to evacuate
the
the
actual
mall
mall. Yeah.
because yeah, so I had some teenagers that were very concerned whether they'd get to shop today or not.
Oh gosh,
Um,
yeah. That's a
so yeah,
teenage priority. I
it's
know.
that's a yeah, but I mean, luckily I think this side no one's in it. It's
Yeah.
always empty. They haven't
Yeah.
built in that. So
hmm
yeah, if there more units are coming,
So,
but you
Heather,
can
did
hear
you
it.
actually see the bushfire jump
Yeah,
and call 911 yourself?
yeah. So yeah, we saw the smoke. No one was over here, so we drove. I was about to drop the girls off, and I'm like, well, let me just see what's going on. That's kind of weird to see smoke. And we drove around, and there's flames coming out of the bush, but it seems small. And then right then, as we're looking at it, it jumped, and then we called 911. And then
When
someone else rolled up and called 911 as well.
wow.
Oh, we've
Well,
got a helicopter. Never mind. No,
yeah.
that's yeah.
We don't want to talk about that.
No, it's fine. I thought it was a fire thing, but it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And they could fly it, and the sheriff's office, I believe, has a helicopter, so they may fly it to take a look
Okay.
at the roof to
Let
see
me,
what they can see about how this is spreading. They also
yeah.
have drones these days. A lot of these fire departments have drones to put up and take a look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
When it comes to this structure, the Sears part of the mall, Heather, is it? It is attached, right? I mean, I feel like I used to be able to walk right out of Sears into the mall. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely attached. So I'll give you some perspective. So this is the end of it. And then if you continue on, it's just an empty building until you get to, like, I think the entrance that goes by the Apple store and
Oh
by
no.
Starbucks.
Oh no.
So kind of
Not
by
my Apple store.
Macy's. Yeah, not the Apple store. I know.
That's my
I
baby. Oh
I know.
no. All
Protect
right.
it.
Well,
Yes.
not to make light of the situation, this is a
No.
serious
No, no, no.
situation, but at the
Yeah.
same time, fortunately, this is happening in an area that does appear to
Yes.
not be an occupied area of the mall, and that would give certainly the mall and emergency officials time to remove people from the area to keep them safe if
Yeah.
that's necessary. We don't have any confirmation about what exactly is happening on the official side of things. We literally have an eyewitness, Heather Houston, a friend of mine who happened to be at the mall. She texted me. She's like, the mall's on fire. And she called 911 because she spotted this small, like, bush on fire that jumped over to the building. And then that is what started this whole situation that's unfolding. How long has this been going on, Heather?
I mean, it just seriously just happened. Like, I want to say like 15 minutes ago. And look, they have it out now, but you can
Okay.
see holes. I don't know if you can see, there's holes in the building, but this, it looks like the fire. I'm not seeing any more smoke, but it's definitely blackened over there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're incredible. Can you come on camera for a second and flip back
Oh,
around
yeah,
and
sure,
talk to us a
sure.
little
Let
bit?
me figure out how to turn this around. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I
There you
got
go.
it. I
All right,
got
so
it.
there's
Yay.
Heather. So Heather, talk again. You to explain again to folks who may just be joining us what you saw and when you saw it.
Yeah, so about 15 minutes ago, I'm dropping girls off at Macy's, and I see a little bit of smoke coming from over here. And I thought, well, they don't do dumpster fire burnings at the mall, I don't think. And we drove around just in case, and a bush was on fire, and we watched it jump. We watched it jump to the building and climb up the building, and then we called 911, and they said someone else had just called. But I think we were one of the first to see it. Honestly,
Wow.
I no one's around. No one ever is around here,
This side,
this
yeah,
area. No one even uses this parking because you can't. I don't think you can get through to the mall from here.
right. Well,
So
thank God for moms dropping off teenagers at the mall to shop,
I know. I
because
told the girls.
otherwise,
I said I have a feeling we shouldn't go in yet, and they were
yeah.
like, you know. I'm like,
Well,
ladies.
ladies, everybody calm down. So in terms of the fire behind you, get back over to the scene again, if you don't mind, Heather. And you're doing a
Yeah,
great job. Thank you so much for helping out
let
7
me
News
go.
today.
Let me go over here and see. It
Yeah.
looks like it's out now.
Okay.
And you know what, Amy? This
Yes.
part of the building, I know, I just figured something out. This used to be the Sears automotive area. Remember how
Okay.
Sears,
Yes.
that's the building that it is.
Okay.
It used to be that building where they did tire rotation and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So now I don't know if that means anything, but I'm just giving you
Yeah.
perspective on
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Well, it'll help people that know the Haywood Mall in Greenville, South Carolina, to have a sense of, especially if you've been around for a while. If you're new to the community, this
Yeah.
may mean nothing to you, but if you've been around for a while, you probably remember Sears being at the mall and active and all those things like tire rotations going on there. All right, well, Heather, I don't want to keep you, and I know you've got things to do, but I appreciate you. Basically helped us cover
Yeah.
it live and show people that it looks like they're getting the situation under control. I will go ahead and go to the newsroom. We have a Slack system where we can, get the latest updates. I'm going to go in there, get that, and I will post in comments here what official
Yeah.
information I
Yeah.
have been able to get. But thank you so much for the eyewitness
Yeah.
account, and I'm so glad you called 911 because you probably
Yeah. I
saved
was
the
like,
day.
I'm like, I showed the girls, I said, here's how you call 911. And they were screaming. I'm like, we can't scream during the
Please,
call. We have to
please,
call and be calm. Yeah. But I
yes,
knew, I was like, I got to tell Amy, Channel
yes.
7 immediately, you
You're
know?
the best, and you are such a dear friend, and I appreciate you. Thank you for thinking of
Yeah.
us, and thanks for the eyewitness account.
But okay.
I'll talk to you soon. Everybody,
Bye.
we'll see you on the news at 4 with the very latest on this developing
Oh,
story.